Hey guys, welcome to week 2 of creative writing. This started on November the 2nd and we'll go through to the 6th. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on what you're looking at this week. We have activities 7 through 8, 9, and 10, and achieve 2, or 7 of activities 8, 9, 10, and 2 if you're in creative writing 7 and 8. So let's get started. Monday. If you had not already read the short story, The Test, this was in your to-do list, as one class got to it on Friday and the other class was sent home on quarantine. We have a daily journal about a robot, a final project sneak peek, and a plot chart to do. This assignment you could do with either Test or with The Veldt, both short stories we have read. So the plot chart worksheet looks like this. You open the copy, and then you fill in the blanks as you go through the short story. So what's the name of the short story? Where and when does it take place? Think about the 5 senses as you read. Who are the characters? First event, second event, up to the climax, and down through the following action and resolution. Very short, very simple. Obviously, we're focusing on plot and character this week, so keep an eye out for that. All right, so now going back to our class, that was Monday. Tuesday, on the other hand, we had a blog journal where you did our top 10 things, and that was a real fun blog to read, so have fun with that one. And then our next assignment was about analyzing characters. And for this one, there was a character worksheet and our story 3. Story 3 is called Ruthless, and it's just a 2-page short story. If you click this link or follow this link, either one will take you to the text. Ruthless by William DeMille is just a 2-story page, mainly dialogue, as you can see. It's mostly a conversation between husband and wife as we learn about the character, both characters really, but really focusing on the husband, Judson. Then we use this character worksheet to analyze Judson. So the first thing you'll want to do there is enter the character's name, Judson. And then look for examples or quotes from the text that go with what's the character say about himself, how does he look, what does he think about himself? This one's a little trickier. You'll have to read between the lines for his thoughts. Some of them seem to be the narrator's thoughts. You're welcome to use those thoughts. What other characters say or feel about this character? His wife has a lot to say. And character's actions. He does a lot to make it clear what kind of man he is. So this section here requires you to actually copy and paste from the text. Super simple to do. So if you see a quote from him that you find really is powerful, that would make sense for what kind of character he is, you just highlight it, copy it, and then paste it. So didn't know that would work. You paste it in there, then you have your quote, literally what he's saying about himself. You put that in the character's words section, and then you explain, if he says this, he is this kind of person. So this section is all straight from the text, straight from the author. This section is all what you can guess or infer or understand about the character based on the text. So this is your opinion. This is what you read when you read what this character is doing or saying, what other people are saying about them. Once you've finished, you should have many words in this section that describe the person. Is he kind? Is he caring? Is he compassionate? Is he mean? Is he scary? Is he dangerous? Is he creepy? Those kind of words are the words that go here based on whatever you put here. So that's the assignment, to learn about character. And I'll give you an example here in case you would like a helpful example. At the very, very beginning here, we have this man who, the first thing he does, it says, not even his wife was allowed to have a key, for Judson Webb loved his personal possessions and became furious if they're touched by any hand but his own. So if you copied that, those are his actions, right? He locked this, doesn't share, and would become furious. Those are all actions. So I put that in the actions section. And then I explain the kind of man that doesn't even allow his wife in his closet, the kind of man that would become furious if someone touches his stuff, seems a little what? And for me, I think unsteady, unsafe, dangerous, selfish. All of those words would go here. So you could say all of them. So this is what we're looking for. Quotes go here. Your explanation of the quotes by describing what his character is like goes here. So there in the assignment here is something that we filled out together as a class, and then the sections with the yellow are what you need to fill in. You're welcome to use this as a guide. So that was our assignment for Tuesday with the text Ruthless. Activity 10 then is our Thursday assignment. There's a daily journal about our worst family vacation, and then a dynamic character chart. This dynamic character chart is similar to what we've been doing, only this time we don't have a new text. You're explaining a character from the start of the story to the end of the story, and this could be any of the 3 stories we've used or any story or movie you've ever seen, but you have to analyze the character. So the way this one works is that you have to answer, did the character stay the same or change? Because good characters are dynamic characters. They're going to grow, they'll change, they'll learn, they'll adapt. Usually, it's not a good character if it stays the same. So if you've written a story where your character is not changed, it's probably a boring story. So here's this chart. And you analyze from the beginning what the character's like. You include events from the story to show that this person is like that. And then talk about at the end of the story, how is the character? So it works like the beginning, events, end. So I've shortened it for you so that you fill in the colored blocks. I filled in these sections based on the story of Cinderella. So, in the beginning, the character was poor and had to work for her evil stepmom, but she was kind and happy with her situation. The events from the story, in other words, these are the textual evidence. She sang while she worked. She never fought or wished ill on her stepmom or stepsisters. She worked hard daily without complaining. All of these pieces from the story prove that she was all these things. And then at the end, Cinderella was rich, married to the prince, and had authority over her stepmom and sisters. Very different from the beginning. And the events from the story that back this up. The prince favored her at the ball. The prince found her with her lost shoe because it only fit her, and the prince married her. So, in the end, did Cinderella stay the same or change? Wow, she changed, right? Her situation changed. So, this idea is kind of like the reverse of this character analysis. When we originally went from the evidence in the text to our opinion, our understanding of the character, this time, this assignment asks us what the character's like, and then back it up with the text. And then how is that character different at the end, and then back that up with the text. So, very similar concepts here. So with the idea of a static and dynamic character, if you think about the entire Harry Potter series, Harry Potter, the protagonist, the good guy, is growing and changing and learning all throughout every single book. So in the very first book, he didn't know he was a wizard. By the end, he knows he's a wizard. He's learned all these things, and he's fought Voldemort. Voldemort, the bad guy, on the other hand, always stays the same. He's the bad dude. He is consistently bad. He doesn't believe in love. He doesn't understand caring for people, and he is okay with killing people. He never changes. Harry Potter is always changing. Another example is, if you think about almost any good story that you've ever read or seen or heard, the main character is growing and changing and learning. So keep those in mind as you go. If you want to use one of our 3 texts that we've read so far, that is what you do in the box below here. If you want to do an extra one for extra credit, all you have to do is copy this and paste it and do another one for any text in the world. So I kind of misspoke earlier. You do need to do this one based on the Velt test or Ruthless, one of the texts we've read. But if you want to do an extra credit, all you have to do is pick any story you've ever heard of and fill this out. And that's a good way to get extra credit. So, moving on from the dynamic character chart to Friday, the last assignment is an Achieve article. And just like our first Achieve, this time you get to choose between two articles. You have High Tech Hide and Seek or School Names Fuel Debate. You start with this discussion, then you do the Achieve article. When you have completed the Achieve and you've completed the activity and gotten 75% or better, you take a screenshot of that and then you submit the screenshot here. Make sure your screenshot includes all of these things that this one has right here. I'll bring it up close for you. It needs to include your name in the top and the score at the bottom. I'm looking at this first try score. That's where you get your grade. If you only send me part of this picture, you will get a 0. If you don't send me a picture, you will get a 0. You need to actually share the score with me to get points. So if you have any trouble with screenshots or anything, feel free to take a picture with your phone and submit that image from your phone. That's totally fine too. If you're really struggling, shoot me an email, let me know what's going on, and I can certainly help you. So, once you have finished that assignment, you can move on. If you finish early, I always suggest you catch up on missed work. If you need help finding out what your missed work is, go to Infinite Campus, go to My Class, and look at any of the missing assignments. Choose the one that's worth the most points and do that first. So, that's my suggestion for when you finish the Achieve early. If you are caught up in your grades, you can then read another Achieve just for fun. Or you can respond to this question and the question of the day. This time is, what's your favorite family trip and why? So, that's it for the week for creative writing. Week 2. Ask me any questions you have via email. Have a great day.